Ground command, this is high command. You copy?
Copy.
Just remind all your guys, your enemies are a step up. They're going to be using night vision optics. It's the second time I've given them that reminder, but that's fine. That's either Sniper Wolf or Bill sitting in the freaking shotgun seat of the plane, but they're gonna freaking truly Halo this. There's a seat left. He's just gotta sit. Let's get him. Make some room for him, guys. Come on. He's just gonna... Well, this isn't good because he's probably gonna glitch out. Anyway, guys, what's up, guys? Liru here. We got a Halo drop today. Nothing too hard. They just got to take out AA, rescue informant that is known as the HVT, and hopefully get that AA down before the armor kicks in. I see there's an extra space there. I'm going to teleport. Yeah, no, there's physically no room left. That's gonna suck. He's just gonna sit down like that. He's gonna fly out of the plane, I mean... It's not gonna do too well.
Vortex high command, we can just step off.
It's high command, yeah, you're clear to step off. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured would happen. Yeah, this is why I wanted 2 Hurons.
Charlie copies.
Bravo copies.
This is high command. Be advised, we have 1 times person not able to get into the chopper as to it is full.
And this is recon.
This high command, I'm gonna strap him to the side of the plane. Wait one. Gib!
There is a seat in here.
How do you get in it?
To the back right door. Me.
Gib, go up to the back right door.
Left front side of the plane, there should be the passenger seat available.
Roger, I'm telling him to go over. I was wondering, because, yeah, there was an empty seat right here.
Is there any chance, high command, that we could get like a invisible Pathfinder team, put some IR beacons down by where I've marked DZ?
Roger. IR beacons, you said?
Yeah, like IR grenades or something. Just make sure they're, you know, there once we actually jump out, because they will phase pretty fast.
Yeah, Roger.
Otherwise, we can land to do it, but appreciate it.
Alright, I'll put some IR grenades.
24 to 25, let me go to the other door.
Yeah, so that's Bill sitting in shotgun. And there should be a space right here, because I'm pretty sure he took that one. But I have no idea. There we go. Maybe? There we go. Alright, we can get underway. I will be right back for 1 second.
If you want, I can call you and just tell you when to do it. Up to you.
Alright, squad lead.
Alright, back on comms.
Control D, Enter D, read.
Charlie copies.
Both copies.
So let me quickly
Alright,
check
I'm
the
thinking
spawn
once
menu.
we
I gotta
drop,
get
then regroup. We're gonna push west.
IR grenade. Have that set.
Small hill just east of the mountain range. 25, 26.
Eyes on.
It wasn't for food. No,
Alright,
my
I
younger
think
brother
Alpha
came by,
will
so we were
pull
chilling
over
before we did
by
the op,
over
and
west
he's
on
gonna
the
go.
hill.
He's more of a smite player.
While Bravo and Charlie push around to the north, we can use the hill to get a bit closer to the town instead of having to cross through the open area to this house.
So here's John 5's POV from the ground.
Spawn by me.
I can't switch to NVG, so he's doing it off of his helmet.
Just gotta watch out that we don't get engaged from the armor to the north.
Yeah, that's why you're going to want to try to move.
And it
across
looks
that
like he's gonna
grassland into
try to
that
take
area.
off from here.
Once we take out the AA site, Alpha will...
I'm not
move
sure
into
that's gonna be
reinforce,
enough.
And then we will push through the town to the HVT.
I'm not sure that was enough runway, but he might be able to do it. Okay, cool.
You might want to keep a reserve element by those hills, because they'll have a clean line on the road coming from the north. With the
There they
Hummer
go.
fake. Just leave some guys with maws up there.
I'm gonna put myself on hill 101 over here, just get myself some distance. But otherwise, they're gonna swing around and start climbing in altitude. So he's in third person now, guiding it. But they are going to get underway. So last time we did a Halo drop, we used Hurons, but they yelled at me, so I gave them C-130 instead. But after they take off and come back, by then, hopefully the player base will work on getting that AA down. He's going to quickly climb altitude. Probably swing around completely. BC, DZ. So that, I'm going to put a helo marker on it. The invisible type. Just so I can get that DZ exactly marked for me. So they want
Hi, man, this is Recon.
some IR around it.
Start jumping out. You can put those beacons down. That would be super.
Solid copy. They're still climbing altitude. They're above my Zeus interface, which is like a 5K limit. Or it's a 3K limit. So he's going to be circling around to gain more altitude. And then he'll come down. Yep. So it's going to be a proper Halo today. High altitude, low opening.
Command, just a question over.
Side command, send traffic.
Will you be releasing Chad and he'll be moving with us? Or are we
Negative, you are to escort him to a chopper and bring him back to base.
Solid copy.
So I want to say they're probably about 5 clicks up, and I think they're going to make their descent now. High altitude, low orbit. Is it low orbit or low opening? It's one of the two O's. Still see the plane partially going. It's hard to keep her in my frickin' visor because I can't go that high. But they're on the final approach vector. Where is my damn marker? There she is.
Bravo squad lead going off. Comms prepared to.
Let's see. Spawn effect.
3 Bravo at 190.
Something like that. So one person jumped out. That appears to be teacher. Not sure if he was supposed to be the only one there, but I think John 5 was just testing the route and teacher's already going for it. Oh. Oh no. He's tumbling. And he's disappeared. Well, he burnt up. I think he realized his mistake and DC'd. Well, that happened. But he tested the AA didn't fire, so he should know that he's high enough. Furthermore, I do have the Tigris kind of silenced right now, just to make sure she doesn't do anything stupid. Well, we've already lost one. Or he might have disconnected, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, guys, today's plan is we're going to do this up, and then at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to do the Essaker Survival. And I have been working about, I want to say 8 hours so far on that project. I've been literally stacking the entire map with loot that can be taken. So despite being IR grenade... No, that's a bunny. Yeah, they're better to see at night. That's when they blink. The only issue is I've told them multiple times, they have lasers. So I hope they don't use their own. John, once again, flying close to base. I think he's trying to gain even more altitude. I wish the Zeus interface could go higher than 3 clicks, though. Because I cannot see the full extent of that halo drop. I'd say they're about 6 or 7 clicks up now, based on distance. Oh yeah, if that's just letting me pick them up, they're probably even higher. Probably climbing around 9 or 10. I can't see any instruments. It looks like I RC'd someone within the chopper itself. As you can see, it's like pitch fucking black in here. All you can really make out are some TSB logos. Small American flag.
Status of the ballpark or touchdown?
That's barely. So he's definitely climbing. I think he's going to do the drop now. So we'll watch via the Zeus interface. But yeah, A, B, C, that's when they deploy. So then by then their trajectory should land them there. Because if they pull out too close, then they'll start landing in the actual AO and probably get mowed the fuck down. So I'm going to check my IR grenades real quick. They are still blinking, more or less. So they were just over my cam. Still see one mark, but they should jump now. They're approaching A. A should jump. There they go. Approaching B. B jumps. And then C jumps. And that should be everyone. So it's still going to take him a second to get on my interface. Wind's starting to drift him. Looks like Primate pulled his chute way too damn early. Otherwise, majority of the force, they should fall into a spread about right here, and then I'll hit that base jump target. So John 5's pulling out with that other pilot, and they're probably going to RTB at base. But they are starting to get to the edge of my camera, so I'm going to get right under their drop zone. We'll see them go by. There they are.
Have you heard any status of the ballpark or touchdown?
There's one.
Receive ballpark.
A few more. Cholt pulls his chute. Here come the rest of them. Really hard to see them. Hopefully they all pull their damn chutes. Some are really braving it. Ruling Commander pulls his chute. We're starting to see confirmed chute pulls all across. Dead Goal definitely gets the award for the biggest frickin' balls. Hold on, he might be outplayed by flying. Ah, no, Sniper Wolf did it the best. As expected from a tier 5. Way to pull it. He was on the side of a hill, but they're going to start touching down. They're using the steerable parachutes. Sniper Wolf is literally going to nail the base jump.
Have you heard any status of the ballpark or touchdown?
Pulls away. Nah, I think Gander might do it better. Yeah, Sniper Wolf's going to go to the hill instead. Alright. So Forces Times now are doing their landing. As they're forming up, I'm going to dignify the parameters on that Tigris so it actually goes guns up. Probably have to TP Teacher back, but otherwise, some of these guys definitely missed their base jump targets. And then we still have people that pulled their chute way too damn early. That's probably Primate. He's still above 3 clicks, and he's slowly floating down. The whole point of pulling your chute late is so you don't come up on radar. But anyway, most of the guys are on the ground. I'm going to let the Tigris go loose. Fire at will, engage at will. So they just went back in. And if they detect anything, she will light it up. We got a gas ammo in case we need to reload her missiles. Otherwise, yeah. So 2 people. Who are they? So one's Cholt. Giant. And I'm assuming that is Primate right there. Baham there. Went up to Primate. He should be above ruling oh, he is way high. Jesus. That's literally going to take him like 5 to 10 minutes just to get down. Because, I mean, Bahamir right now, he's at the 3 click mark. Let's give him and then that is probably another like 2 to 3 clicks up. GG. High command here. This is, scratch that ground command. This is high command. Do you copy? Roger, be advised. Some of your guys pulled their chutes way too damn early.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. We even warned them off. We had a whole jump master briefing, but yeah.
Tigris is seeing something. What do you see, boy?
Okay, we're all trying to be astronauts as well.
He turned his gun. Usually that means he sees something. I'm looking. Looks like he's normalizing. But he was definitely pointing the gun somewhere over here.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? Currently 63 Bravo.
I want to see if I can even pick up those damn chutes. One of them putting their laser way up.
Do a head count once you have all your people, please.
You got 7-2. You guys 7-2. With you at the right. Join. You go 1-1.
I just want to see if I can see any chutes. Ah, see, called it. Teacher was going to ask for one.
Charlie, I'm going to leave it to you to keep your laser lasso on the ground over here since Recon's in the blue belt, so you guys don't aim it up into the sky.
Alright, so the fun part's over. Now it's time to get the actual op done. They opted to not bring any vehicles or armor support, so they're going to have to take out this AA station ASAP to get both of their pilots back on.
From that guy's height, he's It's gonna be a while.
So Jay Wilson, new guy, and John 5 is back from his massive vacation. So in terms of the assets they can bring, we have quite a lot for them to use in terms of helicopters.
Probably a drone at this point. He can just hang out up there.
Have a few mechs.
Active is mine and where the whole thing is.
as well. Spec 130 close.
Bravo Charlie, have you guys done head count?
Gonna load up some of these puppies ready to go. And then we also have planes on standby.
Recon.
High command here, send traffic recon.
Just checking in. For some reason they couldn't hear me in the C-130 even though I was sitting right next to them. So can we like call the first passover kind of a moment?
Solid copy, calling it an moment.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what was up with that. Arma.
Roger.
Bravo, are your guys all down?
One more guy.
I mean, I'm at my 3-click limit,
Charlie, how's your squad?
and I think he's about 3.5 to 4 clicks still above. We have another guy coming down that's Banner. And some guys were way off the base jump target as well. They're still coming in. But when we declare something a quote-unquote meh moment, that means even if I see them, I shouldn't respawn because they're being retarded. Happens in Tier 1 from time to time. Tier 2, we don't have those because they should know better. But all in all, from this approach, they could get recon on a hill like this. But it won't do them much because some of these trees are very, very tall. If recon wants to be effective, it needs to probably come in a bit closer, stay on the hills back here. But one of the main issues of this AO is all of the all the enemies have NVGs. I haven't done this in a very long time, and now we're just going to gauge how well the player base does at night when the enemies are armed, but with NVGs. But they've got a good amount of defilade to go up to. They got all the way up to this point before I consider them within the actual territory of the AO. This lamp represents a large 8-man patrol doing a general circle around the AO, and their path is marked by lanterns.
Squad leaders, please do a check-in with all your people. Make sure nobody's slammed into the fucking ground.
As you can see. And that's the complete circle. So IR lights, I think they would have burnt out by now and despawned. Yep. I'm going to get rid of that invisible heli. Why would you dig a trench? We'll have a small talk about that. But when you're... you don't need to dig a trench. And I wouldn't give that much of a spiel, but too many of these can actually cause server lag. And sometimes it doesn't let you delete them, so... yeah. Pain in the butt. Still possible to join as a pilot. I prefer no one joins anymore because we're past the Halo insertion. So anyone joining or leaving would just cause desync to the server, and I really don't. Prefer not to have that. Oh, is Nightbot dead? Of course Nightbot's dead. Anyway, operation's very simple. Halo drop into the AO. Recon's already doing its job. Clear out an AA base. Go through the town of Saint-Aubert. On one of these purple markers is Chad with a black beret. They gotta grab him, bring him out of this town before they get overwhelmed by enemy reinforcements. Once they clear out the AA, since there's a Tigris in there that literally denies anything 5 clicks or closer, then they can get John 5 and another guy in Caspers or Jets, Apaches, even frickin' mechs if they want. And then they can try to dominate the AO through air superiority. Otherwise, I will try my best to overwhelm them by sending reinforcements from Al, Sefiar, and I will be using the airbase from here.
Any air call signs? Are you air? Just making sure.
I'm going to put down a few surprises.
Anyway, ground command, this is Recon. There's not really great OPs looking into the towns themselves. It's pretty forested out here.
So I'm just trying to look. BAT.
Got it. If you need to, you're free to reposition.
You sort of feed up to left CFT at all? Negative CFTs are balanced.
These are gonna be some pretty advanced,
Versus what's showing.
Does that have miniguns on the side? No, I'm probably gonna need an MI8.
3-5, go for a boss. 3-5 or 3-7 in formation, 2 ship. Instantaneous, 5 or 7 flood watch.
Ground command, this is Recon.
Should be good.
Got it. Recon.
Roger, enemy force composition to follow. Looks like,
That's only gonna be used if shit really hits the fan.
But,
3-5, go for
you
a
know,
boss. 3-5 or 3-7
that kind of stuff they had information on.
2 ship.
What we've seen one BMP so far in the close proposed area.
Actual AO, we have the AA site. It's the Shilka, a Tunguska CSAT, and then a few 2-man pads over here, and then 2 ZSU cannons back here. Oh, did I have 2? Whoops.
Alright, that's fine. We'll move up soon. Our hiking time should give you 2 times to get close.
I forgot I put 2 down. Well, that's my bad. But with that, we have a BTR and a BMP, and then over at the armored compound, we've got multiple tanks, multiple BMPs, and a 113 that we'll set down. I also have somewhere in here a T-34. There she is. But these guys are supposed to be actively looking for Chad. I don't even remember where he is. I have too many purple markers now. Otherwise, yep, they're up on this hill, trying to look in for what they can. Looks like the primary sniper is Sniper Wolf, of course, with that 408, and Billman looks like he's going to be the spotter with a Spar 17762.
Copy that.
Playing a legitimate sniper team.
Ground, this is Recon, just giving you an overlay of the terrain. You should be able to get pretty fucking close to the objective without getting seen, just from all these, all this terrain.
You opened your chute first.
Towers.
You had to fall like 7 to 8 clicks,
Charlie, make sure you hold up at
and
the
all of that time, you landed in a tree.
Roger, Dodger.
Fucking bravo. Brav fucking oh. Frickin' Private Obvious. Yep. Oh my god, that literally floors me. I'm not even gonna teleport him down. I'm not even gonna make him a hostage. I'm just gonna let him fucking die for that. That is beyond. That's like Darwin Award level right there. I don't know how to even approach that. Ay. This isn't Operation Trebuchet.
Ground command.
No, Halo stands for a different term.
Killed himself in impact. We might need to go back.
He's on a
Copy that.
fucking tree.
I'll
Just
investigate with the medic.
yeah, good luck getting it. I'm not.
Vortex South Command, copy.
Side command here, send traffic.
Roger, yeah, our comms are really fucked up from ground command, so can you relay?
Roger, high command will relay for Vortex to ground command.
Recon can hear Vortex, go.
Solid recon, you want to coordinate for Vortex to ground command?
Yeah.
Roger, Vortex be advised, recon will relay for you to ground command.
So.
If they can't find him, he's done. Because I'm not going to be nice. That is literally the stupidest shit I have ever seen. Send in goat team. Godly, whatever you want, but I'm going to use it in a in an actual fashion, because I mean for this op to be serious. Anyway, Rucker, 5 minutes in a row. You've always been a good friend of mine ever since the Luton 09 days. Way back when. I appreciate your constant support. And yeah, I hope you keep enjoying the content. Yeah, Halo high altitude, low opening. Some people are saying low orbital, but I believe it's low opening. He left again. So you're literally putting on lights to look for him.
Sort of got you consider KIA right
Yeah, he... You can't find him. He's in the frickin' tree. He's gone. Thanks, Tandian. Damn, if you took out the D, it would be tight end, and we could have some frickin' homeworld matches. Why he in a tree? Alright, I will say this again. This guy was the first to open his parachute literally 10 clicks above the AO. For whatever stupid reason, even after Sniper Wolf gave a jump brief. And then, in the 20 minutes it took for him to land, he decided to land in a tree. The guy that literally had the 20-minute drift down landed in a fucking tree. It's idiocracy like that I can't fix. Oh, did he finally wake back up? Have fun getting back down. That wasn't even me. I didn't even have the heal setting on. The fuck? Okay. I guess he just luckily rerolled, but he's gonna have to get out of the tree. Well, he got out. What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't even know what to say. I really don't. I've even lowered the max health settings of the players, and yet I'm speechless. I'm fucking speechless. I don't know. I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, that is definitely a highlight. Anyway, Recon's gonna push up. It looks like that's either Bravo or Charlie. Alpha's spewing in, then Bravo's got guys back. This guy should probably radio in that he's gonna need medical attention because he has to be crippled. Yeah, he's crippled. And so the commander and the medic should head back to grab him.
Come in, Bravo.
Our last guy is crippled. You send your medic back to him.
Yep. Yeah, Lord RNG, man. Miracles can happen, yep. Fucking Arma.
A better diagnosis on that at all? When you actually do all the mapping out of the specific fuel quantities, do they match the totalizer?
So I'm gonna hit Y, see if I can stop listening to the damn comms of that chopper. Unless I'm permanently stuck with it. Which I guess will be cool, because I'm supposed to be high command and like the master of all communication.
Vortex, this is Recon.
301, Marshman 17024, Angels 9. Victor Brookside 33, button 17.
Here, to try to fix it, I'm gonna give it my car. Vortex is high command, you copy?
So I got this threat.
Roger, are you able to hear Recon? They just tried to read you.
Yeah, barely. It's like yeah, 1.0. Relay through you until we need some elevation.
Solid Vortex. Discard, solid Recon. God damn it. Alright, we're just gonna have to go with those comms. Got some good music to pump everyone up. They're gonna pack him real quick. Probably, kinda, sorta, actually fucked, but... So that's Bravo and Charlie probably getting to their hold point unless Pog... Probably, knowing Pogo, he's gonna probably be leading Alpha. So that'll be Charlie, this is Bravo. I'm going to spawn myself a lamp real quick. And then put it up here so we can see their plan. So that's the 3 jumps they had. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. They got this line set up. Bravo and Charlie, it looks like are going to push in. Alpha will probably be on Overwatch from the looks of this to provide local fire support. They have a BMT 2 mark, so it's not that one. But at that position, that might be my Shilka. Yeah, because right there specifically, I only have my Shilka. So I think they meant to mark that because my BMP is actually over here. But otherwise, it's just my Tiggies.
3-5 about 3-7 in formation to ship. Instantaneous 5 request flood watching.
You suffered enough through the unsung voices and the guys singing yes. I hate that. I hope with the release to Steam that they have something that'll let me like fix that so Zeus doesn't hear it, but everyone else can. Because I want to get the most immersion out of it for everybody. Is there a multi-stream? I'm not sure. Usually they message me beforehand. Otherwise, all forces are getting in position. Bravo's going downwards. I think it's because they don't want to go directly over that hill, and then they'll sneak around north. Otherwise, I think they're still packing him. That's going to be a long-ass pack, because he was unconscious for a while, and he's crippled, so... But I want these guys to get into the air.
Bravo, we're starting with pack on your guy, but it's going to be the full 2 minutes, so I'm just going to...
Let's see, loadouts.
Never mind. Bravo, Charlie, just wait for Alpha.
1 times the Ace AGMs, which is what we need to use, and then... Don't we have more than 8 dagger on something? Or at least I thought we did. Let's do 19.
63 Bravo at 190.
Is it not doing it? No, I guess it doesn't like it. Alright, well, we can give it... ×2. Nice little AGM thingamabob. I think Wilson just noticed that, but that's fine. Well, yeah, we got quite a selection going here. Let's get those AIMs. Those are basically Stainers, which are probably going to be useful. I'm going to change one of the pylon sides. So they've got basically a bunch of different stuff.
They're just southwest of the AA site on that little bend in the road.
I think those AGMs will be fine. So changing that into those little sexy things.
It's a 4-man, but they are wearing NVGs, so if you bumble up to them, they're probably going to see you.
Otherwise, everything else should be equipped. So they do... There is a bit of a timer here, because this patrol, although it's slow moving, will eventually swing around on the western side. And that might be close enough to provoke them if they've got people on this hill or moving through. That's why I said this is kind of the limit to the AO.
Tiger's location might be.
Furthermore, I think one weakness that has happened is no one decided to sacrifice their backpack slot for a drone. Because what honestly should have happened is maybe someone in recon, like Billman, would have had a Bergen to carry Sniper Wolf's ammo, and then Sniper Wolf have a drone, and then he could have deployed that and just done some recon with it, especially with its thermal cam. So that is one small critique I have, but it's still possible. It just means they're going to be a bit more blind in this AO. But that just adds more reliance to actual eyes-on recon that they need to do. They're digging more fucking trenches. We're going to have a chat about that. But let's see if I can get them on the interface today. Alright, cool.
I want to hear your text,
See, sometimes you can delete them, and then on other maps it doesn't like... But they're still not technically in the AO, because when people dig trenches, that means they're expecting contact. That's why they fortify.
Come in, Charlie.
Yes, hello.
Alright, Charlie and Bravo, Alpha's in position. You're good to go.
What about Bravo's medic and that guy they had to pick up? Bravo still needs to be... Are they part of Alpha? What the fuck? I don't know who's who anymore. Well, okay, so Bravo and Charlie are this main force. They're being led by Pog and I believe Schultz. So they'll push in around here and assault, and then Alpha's going to be on Overwatch, I guess. So they're going to probably be able to push through this squad and break contact here. That'll bring these guys around. Alpha will probably engage them, and Bravo and Charlie will then be able to push up and take down the AA site. This BTR might turn around and start engaging them through the woods, so hopefully AT will get on that real quick. But once this is neutralized, the air will start coming in. And I think they're camping next to the Apache. I would highly recommend bringing an Apache. That's 8 Hellfire missiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then Stingers, they've got for 2, which they'll probably use for the bigger choppers. Then that one they can just murder with the frickin' main gun.
Baron, bombs in 2, bombs in 2. Like a 1.
Otherwise, it looks like Recon's taking a more southern approach. They're trying to find a good area to get eyes on, which I think they just found a decent one. But it looks like there's just a few trees last second that cut it off. The thing about the southern areas of Rayak is it's very, very flatlandsy. Like, this is all very, very flat. And there's a few areas on the southern side that do this. But then the rest of the map is all very mountainous terrain, which Recon can really excel at. But every once in a while, as you go north, you'll still find a slightly flat area. That's why I like this map so much. As a Zeus, depending on what you want a Zeus for, you can literally pick an area that makes it much tougher, much easier. But because there's so much variation with compounds, you don't have to make everything on your own to make it quote-unquote different. Hence why this is one of my favorite maps of all time. Yeah, I do hope we see the A10 as well. Yeah, Nightbot's dead. Otherwise, I guess we're just going to watch their approaches. So we got a large amount of guys coming in. They're probably going to get to this tree line and start engaging. Let's give them a warm welcome, shall we? I'm not gonna lie, normally you can tell within the first, 10 minutes of the firefight how they're gonna do for the rest of the op. Depending on the op size, how many casualties they take, how much damage the enemy team inflicts, etc., etc. But for global settings, 90 for general, 35 for accuracy, 50 for weapon handling, because that's pretty decent, and spotting at 60%. Because that's including the factor of NVGs. If they didn't have NVGs, I'd put it up to 90. But they still would not really be able to see more than 2 meters in front of their face. And even then, if they're prone, they're literally invisible unless they walk right up to them. Let's look at the actual lighting. Got a lighthouse over there. I mean, it's decently lit. You've got the lanterns all around, a few bright rods. I can still see a little bit of movement. But overall, it's somewhat well lit for some sort of Middle Eastern town that has a little bit of power. Not too bad. So they do have a little bit of defilade covered before they move in. I think they're using that to their advantage. They're all set up right here. So from there, they probably have a good shot on the M3 gunner. I did not. It's an M2, excuse me. Or an M3 AA, god damn it. It's a frickin' 50 cal machine gun. And it looks like they still got time with this patrol. It's still going to take another, I'd say, 5 to 8 minutes before it gets around. Even then, I think they're within the barrier, so they won't be detected. It's really iffy with NVGs.
We're fine. We are just about ready to engage.
Otherwise, they're going to start crawling up. I do like my AOs a bit extra lit as well in terms of the lighting, but sometimes you want to give a really atmospheric mission. Like a true Halo jump and night raid. Because honestly, the only time you should really do Halo drops is during the night, otherwise the planes usually get shot down by stingers. That's why AC-130s only fly at night to give fire support, because otherwise, point the missile launcher up, take it down. Easy as that. They're starting to line up their shots, getting bipods out. Why the fuck do you not have your machine gun... Well, I guess we know what teacher prefers to set up with. I mean, I guess we always need that one new fag. Fucking... Who is this? Dead Goal knows what's up. Teacher, what the fuck are you doing? Everyone else is setting up properly, for fuck's sake. That could be it. His MG isn't silenced. Yeah, alright. So he basically picked an MG that doesn't have a suppressor. Dead Goals isn't either, but I think when they open up, they're going to open up. James Bond hiding somewhere in my squad. Dead Goal's kind of crawling in his firing line. That's a very tight firing line. But the MGs are setting up, so... I think they're going to break stealth right here. Meanwhile, 8-man patrol still further back. That 4-man fire team is on its other side. I think they're about to open up. There they go. They dropped him. These guys are going to react to those gunshots. These guys are going to come react to those gunshots. Sniper will just ask, did somebody Tarl and not have a suppressor on? It's because the MG's opened up. Woo! That would be the Tigris. So Pog got squished. I'm going to teleport him out of the rubble. So that wiped out 4 people, but that gun literally just turned and fired. Hence the real important thing of stealth. Someone just got dropped right here. So medics are going to have a fun time getting everyone back up, but they need to start flanking around and pop smoke and get right up to that Tigris. Otherwise, they're going to need to try to outflank her, because there's 2 of them. One of them's looking over. But I also tried to put them in separate positions from each other so they can't kind of overwatch each other. So this one has, you know, this house to kind of block its view. And that one also kind of has that house. This was meant to be the first one to be engaged. But why is Giant as a medic pushed up? He should be back here with pockets, working on people, and there should be someone back here for security. So otherwise, Overwatch is firing a few tracers.
Alpha firing.
What the hell was that? I don't have any mortars down, so that was their munition. I'm going to ungarrison this guy because he does have AT that they could potentially use. Is he trying to hit the Tigris? Because he just missed both of those shots then. Why? The medic is still freaking up. Okay, no, they use it to kill the BTR. But that, in turn, provoked both of the Tigrises. They're using smoke to cover their advance. There goes that BTR. So Pockets is doing his best to get people up, but he needs that second medic to come and help. Otherwise, they're probably going to loot his AT, right? Because that would be smart. Anyway, one Tigris completely pointing the way, the other one's looking at the smoke. Gonna get one of my roaming infantry teams to come in and start supporting. Actually, I'm gonna break them all apart right here. So it looks like the snipers. I'm making short work. Accidentally just grouped into the tank, so I quickly ungrouped them. They just put a round in her turret, probably disabled it. Where the hell is Giant? He's crippled. He needs to frickin' go back and help them, for fuck's sake. But yeah, this thing's turret's definitely disabled. Otherwise, it would be turning and engaging these guys right now. Gonna ungarrison these guys, send them in.
Alpha Bravo, B5, A not down, beginning to engage, we know it.
Yeah, there weren't any dedicated AT squads either, I guess. I don't know, I told them what was here. But yeah, javelins are also pretty difficult to move, as what's that just pointed out. Looks like Giant's back here, they're working on him. And I have reinforcements starting to come up as well. That's pretty fucking danger close to fire that HEDP. You know, you should probably clear the compound out first, but that's none of my business. I mean, we also have these statics they could use their advantage, but with that other turret still active, that might not be advisable. They did decrew the man pads, though. I'm going to start calling in reinforcing infantry.
Go ahead.
Switch alternate to channel 86.
Send those guys in. We got to do two things now. First is go to global settings, hit OK. So 1 KIA, 2 KIA, and then toggle NVGs, set to OP4 enabled, and that basically overwrites all the units that have NVGs. So otherwise, that Tigris has been decrewed. Pop another smoke. That might blow up the gas. 40 mics can be very destructive. Not sure that would cause a chain cook-off to the Tigris. Daka made the mistake of using a freaking MP7. That gun does not do any damage at all.
Confirming if the AA is visual. Friendlies are in the AA now.
Yeah, its turret's down. Wait, nope, she's still usable.
Engaging enemy manta.
It's gonna prompt me to send the damn BMP.
Full check.
Hey, this guy's just camping right there. Yeah, good luck hitting that one. She's got her guns turned. I think he was able to get Deadwalker up. And they dragged Pogo under the slab again to work on him. They didn't clear that building. Otherwise, I hear the BMP coming.
Baron, bombs in 2, bombs in 2.
Like a one.
Ground and a rocket. Where you guys think it's this one? Things we're not. There's some kind of armor on the what do you got? Maybe that BMP.
130 close.
Confirmed.
Yeah, IRL, you probably wouldn't be able to carry, like, half of the equipment you can in Arma with the mods we use, but
463.
it's a game. You're supposed to have a bit of fun with it. But the first thing they're going to probably have to focus on is reinserting, because we have both Eander and Teacher down at the base. We have this BMP marauding around. They're still working on Pog. Not sure if that BMP is coming around or what.
Alpha's eyes on the track vehicle in the compound.
And I think they just hit her.
35, go for her, boss.
So they're dragging Pog. We're in the compound.
Here's 1A compound. 463.
Otherwise, looks like my infantry are starting to finally get in. I'm going to give it another 4 minutes. I'm going to have another... I'm going to send in the 113, and then we're going to start gradually sending in armor because they still need to get that piece down. Shilka's optional, but encouraged. Because the main things that can smack things are the Tigrises. That's all that really matters. Fuck. That is literally the worst gun to have. So I'm going to take a guy. We're going to play around with him a bit. Scratch that. I'm just going to get shot instantly. So that means they're pulling good security right now. And Overwatch. I'm going to give her a little bit of fuel. See what she does. So let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? And if they don't get her within another 5-10 minutes, I'm going to legitimately try to have her fall back into the compound. That's going to make this AO much harder. But they're being very, very slow. I think they're trying to repair the Tigris. That'd be funny.
Hi, Command. This is Charlie Lead. Interrogative. Is this one life?
It is probably going to be one life until you can get reinserted by confirming the AA is clear.
When you actually do all the mapping out of this
Copy.
Tier 1, you generally don't make 1 life, but obviously they aren't going to be able to reinsert people until the fucking AA's down.
Never moving at all in the left internal, or is it staying the same?
Are you mobile? Yeah, you're mobile. Hey guys, how's your healthcare? Let me remind you, there's something else you need to be worried about.
Ground command. This is recon. Roger. I don't know if it was your guy that was more supplier to the south. We're trying to circle around the AO. They just took shots. It sounded like suppressors.
Cover that.
Who the hell is this? You're very far from that suppress marker. Let me RC! No, do not kick me out! Fuck you! It's because I was grouped to that guy, and that guy was the commander who kept giving me orders. Uh-oh. His is cooking off, though. That's gonna cause a chain explosion. That's gonna... Oh, God, this is gonna be good. Uh-oh. And that one. Yep. There's the secondary. And there's the cook-off explosions. I called it. In 20 seconds, I'm going to send the 113. That's one of their medics down. Then again, Giant wasn't doing much. Looks like Alpha's pushed up to support at least their medic. And they also have Lee Garvin, who's being the company medic. I'm going to spawn in another group of infantry and send them in. This is not going well. So I'm going to send 2 infantry teams in. And they just put some shots in her, and is that... No, that's just cook-off from the Tigris. Alright. So she's now cooking off. I hope these guys get away from that building, because that's going to blow this up. They should be clear. Oh, huh, didn't get it that time. Cook-off explosion got that one, though, from one of the AA missiles. So anyway, let us toggle the difficulty for those guys we just spawned in. But yeah, with 2 AA Vics clicking close off, everything in the open around them is going to be a kill zone. Dead Gull's hiding in that trench. He probably just got wounded from that cook-off shot, since he is way too damn close. And now Alpha's reinforcement are coming. If you see these cook-offs going nuts. Let's toggle the NVGs of those 2 groups we had come in. So they're dragging the medic back first to try to pick him up. I should have had a mortar position. I'd start shelling them. But I think they're already taking quite a bit of punishment. Oh man, it's way past my deadline. You fueled, buddy? Yeah, you fueled. Go give him hell. And then every 10 minutes, I'm going to send an armor piece, and after the 30-minute marker, I'll start sending in choppers every 15 to 20. But they're going to need an actual medic to get through this and pack them, so one of them stopped cooking off. So it looks like they have air on standby way in the back. So they might just have the Apache striker down and lays the target. Flying Fin KIA. So that's 3 casualties so far. Or casualties technically when someone gets hit, so 3 KIAs in total. There's been 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 casualties. 3 KIAs. That's still the Tigris cooking off. So they're going to have a medic come over and try to get him up. Yeah, we've been around for about a year now, Grizzly. I'd say, yeah, we started in about January, February with our gigs, so yeah, it's been a good time. We're back on Rayak. So they really need to push the medics over here to where we got casualties. Deadgoal's starting to set up to engage contacts coming in. So looks like I had a civilian up there as well. He's down. But we got some guys coming in. Also, it looks like one of those guys has died. I'm gonna quickly update these guys' markers. He died. He's prone because his buddy got shot. So this will make sure the civs don't leave that ambient animation. And this guy's just cowering outside. But I got all these guys kind of sitting down, either shocked or cowering around. Kind of out of the way if I can help it. Let's lead a few of those bodies on the outside. Medics are now here, so hopefully they'll be able to prevent those guys from going KIA. But I don't think anyone's running reinsert. So I guess technically we do have a 1 life mission right now. From those symbols, it looks like they're playing with the fast rope, for fuck's sake. So I'm going to push that up a bit closer, but this 113 is taking his sweet-ass time. I'll put him in between the trees right there, see if we can do any outflanking. And it looks like I got some infantry starting to come in again. Those 2 squads I sent forever ago. From the looks of it, I think the sniper team, someone is picking them off. Yeah, definitely looks like the sniper team to the tree line. No surprise. Knowing those 2. I just heard rocket go off. They missed that small round, so she's now suppressing. In the future, I'm going to load these with some infantry for more rapid deployment. I'm just going to send him around. Whatever he finds, he finds. They just hit her right in the ass with a rocket. And she's cooking off. Trying to veer away. So that saved them, but they got 2 people down now that the medics are going to have to go and attend. Yeah, can't buy the explosion. You're gonna die, he'll live. Oh, maybe? No, he lived that. Usually they camp around the Vic, and then it explodes and kills them all. But Sniper Wolf, they thinned out quite a few guys. 5, 6 out of 16. So that only leaves 10 infantry for these guys to fight, but they're gonna still come in either way. As I start to prep my counterattack. 3 minutes, I'm going to send a BMP-2 down. And I also might mobilize a technical to come around with the next wave. But they are here way too long. But we're going to have them breach the necessary compounds of where infantry are. This will guide them in, and they'll start to overswarm their position. So if they're not pulling good overwatch, like on this northern flank, Schultz getting hit. They're going to get outflanked and killed. Look at that, all these guys coming down. Looks like they got Giant up. They killed him. That broke the wall. And they're working on Mini Ninja, but they should really be dragging them in a compound like what Lolo has done, because otherwise they're out in the open. Pogo and Deadwalker are pulling safety on the 6. Otherwise, these guys are trying to push in. One of them trying to outflank even the safety team. Schultz just saw him flinch from taking a bullet from that guy. And it looks like they just struck. That was probably the Apache crew. Yeah, at that angle, definitely just hit the Shilka. So that's going to cook off that entire compound, hopefully killing everybody. I just saw some flashes. I think they're outflanking. Yep, he hit Deadwalker. And Pogo's in cover now. One guy doing that outflank. That's all it takes if you're caught in the open. Deadwalker manages to wake up, though. Absolutely beautiful. He's still trying to get on him. Looks like he crippled Pogo. Deadwalker's going to come out. Drops the 40 mic on him. We have this guy also coming up. "15 seconds, I'm going to send a BMP-2 down and crew it with some infantry." Alright. I'm going to need an infantry team. Let's do a full fire team. Or frickin' squad, excuse me. Put them on that BMP-2. Send them here, unload. And then we'll have this guy come in to do some fire support. With that 8-man team in mind. So we did just spawn in some new units, so as always, we gotta go to Ace AI, Global Skill, Override, and since we're doing something unique tonight, I'm gonna use the toggle command, if I can spell right. 2 G's, not 2 O's. Toggle, Op4, enabled, that gives them all basic NVGs. Not all ops will have that feature, it's just I'm doing NVGs because the flashlight is bugged again. Otherwise, they're getting up who they can, and it looks like they're not running those reinserts. So it looks like we've had 4 casualties so far. Let's get rid of those bodies. And we still have a few guys, some stragglers, going in, keeping the pressure on them. If they don't move from that compound within another 4 minutes, I'm going to set up a mortar, probably up here, and start shelling them as a bit of a reactionary. Otherwise, they're just going to be stuck in an endless cycle of dealing with their wounded. They've also decrewed a lot of these turrets. The sniper team's making excellent work. And they're probably using subsonic rounds. There's not really much I can do about it, to be perfectly honest. Ah, this little glitch.
Through the north compound.
Just you. Drive that Vic over here. Unload. There we go. When you crew a bunch of guys on it, you sometimes have to select a driver only instead of the vehicle, and then giving him orders like that will let you move those Vics. I was wondering where he was. That's another... Sometimes you can do it generally, sometimes you can't, but that's just a way to fix it. It's not really a glitch, it's just how the game works, more or less. So I think they're going to start sending guys over. I think they had another KIA. So yeah, now there are 5 guys at the base. They're allowed to reinsert, it's just they need someone to do the reinserting in the pilot role. Otherwise, John 5 is trying to laze that BMP, who's going very, very slow. So they'll probably get a Hellfire on him. So I'm going to spawn in 3 teams of infantry. Actually, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to put in a technical. We'll do 2 things here. Let me do Middle Eastern militia cars. I want to get, not Land Rovers, because those handbrakes are horrible.
Charlie, what's your status?
A Nice? Oh yeah, right. Project Op4 updated and added quite a few cool new things. Do a UAZ open.
404, Marshall 17023, Angels 8, expect approach time 32, approach button 15.
404, Marshall 17023, Angels 8, button 15.
Set that up, do a seek and destroy. Then I want to send this up. So they're starting to get eyes on through thermals. AI, global. And our toggle.
Command compounds are clear. We're ready to move into the town itself.
Cover that.
So this will basically be providing frontal fire support with that PKM mounted on the top, and then those guys are going to dismount from that Vic and push in as infantry. We have a large horde of infantry coming in, and I guess they're all being retarded. Some are making it through, some are trying to go up this damn stairwell. So I'm going to adjust them as needed. And I just heard a Hellfire come in. So that made them stop. And it looks like they just finally got hit. But yeah, I wish they'd run away a bit more. High command to Vortex, do you copy? High command to Vortex, do you copy?
Send trap.
Roger, do not fire direct munitions on the town. You are murdering civilians. I repeat, you are hitting civilians. I told them that in the brief. Because one of them is the frickin' guy they're supposed to be fucking rescuing. I'm gonna set up that mortar. And so they don't stand up on it. Sometimes if you do this... Okay, it looks like they want to sit down today.
Have you heard any status of the ballpark or touchdown? Receive ballpark.
Rockwell Alpha's making their way to your position.
Global skill, cool, and now suppressive fire. We're gonna start ranging shells. Because we know they're there. Because we got guys here, basically sentries, just saying, hey, they haven't left yet, let's just start shelling that back area where they are. And if that doesn't start making a move, then, well, they can die. So my large wave of infantry, they're starting to get in that BMP and open fire. Otherwise, I have no idea where my truck went. Ah, okay, so they probably got a missile on it, broke its wheels. I'm gonna give it about 30 seconds before I repeat that fire mission. They could, if that turret's working, they could potentially use its machine gun, but its heavier ordnance could kill civs. Also, I wonder if Vortex sees that large wave of stuff. Looks like they're actually RTBing to pick up guys. It's high command here, send traffic.
Are we running
Roger, that is completely up to you.
301, Vortex, come in.
Send traffic.
Are you able to run a reinforced chopper?
Sometime we're up to be able to just that.
Ground force.
Bombs in two, bombs in two.
Come in, recon.
Like a what?
Near the like major building group. There's something 34 kind of west of the building slide.
When you actually do all the math again, the specific fuel quantities, do they match the fertilizer?
Love doing that. Alright, repeating fire mission now that I've died. Just gonna trail it in on the compounds they were previously on. Because, I mean, why do we still have so many forces back here is beyond me. I see this mistake even in vanilla. One force is doing all the action, the other one's kind of acting as a vanguard force. If anything, they should be on a hill providing, you know, covering fire, overwatch.
Bravo, what position where you are? Alpha and
Good thing most of the civs are inside.
Engage town from the south.
We have a very large amount of units coming in. So that BMP is disabled.
Getting supply and reinforcements from the northeast right now.
And I'm gonna call in another BMP. There she is. I was wondering where she went. I'm like,
Groups of like 5. That's gonna stack up eventually.
Yep, so a large amount of reinforcements I have coming in. Because honestly, in the amount of time they've taken, I expect them to be halfway through the town. This, in my little write-up I have for how I respond to the AO, they should have been like halfway done with the town. Chad's right here. In the central complex. Looks like he freed himself from his restraints. I'm going to quickly recaptive him. But that's so they can, like, drag him around and move him and shit. But they should have been trying to pull him out by now, but we have a massive amount of reinforcements basically coming down this hill.
Ground command, recon, also be aware there are a lot of civilians hiding there, kind of in a cowering position, so trying to shoot anybody who's just like cowering.
Yep, so they're calling out the cowering civs. And they've got a machine gunner pretty much mowing them down, so some are starting to take cover to react to that fire.
2 to Grand Com, be advised current flight will be 1 times, correction, 2 times H6, 1 CAS, 1 transport. We will be bringing in the extra.
So they're gonna take in a CAS bird, basically a CAS Black Hawk and a regular Black Hawk.
I believe everything to the southwest of the AO is clear.
They've gotten all the AA, which is the important part. So anything that's black, I like to delete. Anything yellow, I keep, because you never know if an engineer might want to go back to it later and use it for whatever purpose.
Right, ground command, recon, you have a BMP inbound right now on the main road. First on the northwest side of town right now.
I'm just shelling that back compound. Now these guys are starting to get their momentum. I mean, they just shredded that infantry. Look at all those dead bodies. See, when you push them and they start moving, they fucking excel. Oh, Mr. BMP might have something to say. Never mind. Turn in that gun. Bro. Bro. What are you doing? Okay, so it looks like Obvious is down, otherwise I expected him to open up.
Ground command, this is recon. We're gonna try to move into the area itself. We're ready for here.
Copy that.
Oh no, they're taking Little Birds. 2 AGMs, Dagger Rocket, and 1 times transport. Though Flying Finn is here, I think he's AFK. So those are the slowest ones to move into the AO, but that'll give him back some fire support.
Got me that BMP earlier that's going up.
I'm not sure if Rob was on the 50.
So I'm going to give this guy a general seek and destroy marker in the direction of where we know they're coming from, because we just had a significant amount of casualties. Why does the medic have the rocket launcher? That doesn't make any sense to me. Otherwise, we're going to see some mortar fire because we're starting to encroach their position.
Hot command,
This is High Command here, Sun Traffic.
can you relay to Vortex for the status on the reinsert truck?
Roger that. Vortex, this is High Command. You copy?
Send it.
Roger. Ground Command wants an update on the status of the reinsert chopper.
So we have just departed. Please relay that we need an LZ setup.
Solid copy, Vortex. Ground Command, this is High Command. You copy? Roger. Vortex is outbound from base. They need an LZ for the reinsert bird. 1 times Little Bird. Sorry for that small delay. It's just when I relay comms, I need to focus on that to make sure I don't mess anything up, because that's me directly influencing their experience. And there's the BMP. Whew, it just fired through that doorway and smacked a medic and Deadgle. And that's another medic. That thing's been there for a while. It's finally starting to pull in. That's 2 medics schwack. Looks like Giant woke back up. He's gonna need to get away from it. Preferably before it turns its gun. Oh, that's gonna be close. Okay. Now it's stuck firing against the tree. So that's leaving, I think they only have 2 medics, so Lee Garvin, and they should have another medic. Gibb goes down, that blows up the house. On Lolo. Okay, so they still have half their medics up, but that dealt a serious blow. Yeah, I'm wondering where that damn AT is. I saw the medic with AT. I know there's a bunch of frickin' guys with AT that I've been having to delete.
Yeah, Roger, yes, I mean, but we don't have any pistols and sniper rifles, dude. You really want to let the helicopter in the same direction that reinforcements come from? Got it. 3-5, go for a boss.
Now I got the 50 cal and the AGS 30 lined up. We're trying to encroach them. 50 cal fires through. I think it just dropped Dead Walker.
So I got it.
They need air support immediately. BMP is going to go mobile. It's probably going to go out on the side, try to do an outflank right here. That's why I gave it that order. Looks like the engineer Bahimir, he's gotten a frickin' AT rocket. That is the anti-tank version of the RPG. He's going to get very close to that BMP to try to drop it. Otherwise, we have multiple casualties everywhere. Looks like Sniper Wolf and Bill are clearing out this compound. I'm going to ungarrison these guys. And Bahimir sticks his head out and gets murdered by that BMP. He's going to turn his engine on again. I'm going to ungarrison these two guys. Because their comms is clear, they're being taken out, so I'm going to send them up to the main group because they have no idea what the fuck's going on. Where's their air support? Wilson needs to give something to fire on that. Lolo's fighting for his life. Troglodyte gets mowed down. Where is that air support? Well, there's the air support, but it's, yeah. This ain't good. This is tier 1. Looks like a single BMP is just cleaning house. It's firing up at the damn chopper! Did Auntie just really fire?
Are you seeing the fucking mark?
That's why you don't fire GMG 40 Mike at that.
Yeah, we can land there.
I'm gonna have him go pursue that damn thing. Because I have no idea what this guy's doing. I think he's waiting on station to be called in, but he's flying way too damn close to be on station. So I'm gonna have this guy go chase him. And that'll also give leeway to Lee to heal these guys. Capture them all, bring them back to base. I need the rest of them to be dead, though. So I'm going to have our Vic start pushing up to that position because we got frickin' fast movers dancing around. There's the BMP. And it just schwacked. Ah, it's a BMP. But it was going after its main target. I'm not sure if it saw John 5 doesn't look like it. But that cuts off their reinserts too. Oh. So it looks like Lee was able to get up pockets. They're trying to get up Lolo now. Focusing on the mechs. They can still recover this. Because there aren't that many... Look at this. This is how close they are to the hostage. There's only a group of infantry. That BMP is driven off. I want to go up to this site. And it looks like... Okay, no, that was Bravo. Ground command's down. But I'm going to have these vehicles go check out that chopper. This is definitely not good. So these two guys, looks like they're crippled. I've been thinking about removing the ability to be crippled in ops. I've been looking at a script that can do that, and I'm really thinking about just publishing that and keeping that for all operations. I think that'll make it easier for everybody. Otherwise, DACA's picking up ruling commander as the ground command. Auntie woke back up. There's now 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people effective. 3 of them are medics. The amount of casualties tonight has been tough. So they've been reinserted over here. I have that BMP camping Jay Wilson's body. It's firing at John. It just took out his tail rotor. He's stuck in a tree, so I'm going to move him manually. Let's send him out. This BMP's having a frickin' field day.
At this point, you guys have been static for too long. I have to pull out. Either that or we just have multiple direction, but you guys just make it sworn bullshit at this point.
Otherwise, they're recovering. They're recovering very well. 3 medics, 2 of them working on ruling commander. They can... Trog goes down. And it looks like Torch with the Ander both use AT, and they literally caused it to fucking flip. GG. That was probably one of the best frickin' BMP2s I have ever had play under my enemy faction. But they can still recover here. I'm not going to use the other armor. I think at this point they've gotten fucked. So I'm going to have this 50 cal go react to hearing those explosions. I'm going to have the AGS play defensive. Where is my AGS?
Tourniquets on anyone that kills the heart rate. Pack anyone that has packed shorter than 30 seconds. We need to start moving out.
But I'm going to start prepping.
Newly inserted Delta team. What's the order?
Secure a route for us to extract from the south.
Copy. Well,
Radar contact bullseye 18463 14,000 north.
Alright, I'm up to Fort Delta. Try to hold there by the overwatch. We can fall back.
No, don't all group up to 1. This gives them a lot of distance to cover. But if they get here, God help the players.
Any better diagnosis on that at all? When you actually do all the specific fuel quantities, do they match the otherwise? Hey, son, they match the
Who you can, we need to move.
never moving at all on the left internal, or is it staying the same? You know?
This is High Command, send traffic.
Roger, can you relay to Vortex 2 that we need to get a Blackhawk helicopter and hold to the south of the objective?
Solid copy. Vortex 2, this is High Command, do you copy?
Grab who you can, don't take any long packs, we need to get going.
Vortex 2, this is High Command, do you copy?
Bravo's retreating.
Any better diagnosis on that at all?
Vortex 1, this is High Command. Be advised, I have no comms with Vortex 2.
Be advised, this is staying on 50.
Can you try to bring anyone at base?
Anyone at base, this is High Command. Do you copy?
This is Vortex 2, I'm 50, send it.
Solid copy, Vortex 2. Be advised, you're being ordered by Vortex 1 to take a Blackhawk and sweep on the southbound. Please relay to High Command when you arrived. I think you need to pick up Vortex 1.
Copy High Command, this is Vortex 2. I'll also be taking the re-insert from base and dropping Vortex 2.
Solid copy, Vortex 2. So they got up quite a few guys. It looks like they're just outright pulling out. That guy's not moving, but yeah, we have this large chain of Taliban-y. They're gonna be reinforced, so I'm not sure with this reinforcing group they're gonna push back in. Let's see if I can get this tank to push up and be a deterrent. Yeah, they're pulling back. Doesn't look like everyone's gotten that order yet because a few of them are still staying here. Looks like just medicing themselves. Yep, Chad has not been secured. He's still in the town. If US pulls out, militia will find him, and the next mission will reflect that because there will be US intel that the Taliban know, and that'll affect how I have a little quote-unquote mini campaign prep for this week. Otherwise, this force, it's still going to take him at least another 5 to 10 minutes to get there. But the distance to Chad is 5 to 10 minutes. But you also have to understand, the players don't know where he is. So in 5 to 10 minutes, they could possibly get to his position after sweeping everything, but that's going to require a lot more bodies. So I think they're going to rally here and then either try to push up again, or they're going to have the Blackhawk come up and pick people up. They're using Hunt IR rounds to get recon around, so they don't really see anything coming in. But otherwise, it's their call. Still have 3 people up here. Deadwalker, there is no op after this. I'm going to be prepping the Essiker stuff. The, real zombie survival.
Vortex 1 and 2 can come in. This is Vortex 250. Be advised coming in 1 by 5 and then a Copy that. I can't hear you too well as well. Just you're going to move out. Code 0244.
I'm gonna quickly replace him. I meant to copy and then delete and replace.
That I marked as extract.
I'm just trying to pull him back.
Vortex 2, good copy on all. Suggest moving it a little bit north. It should be reasonably clear. I've got a whole bunch of reinserts as well.
Vortex 1 to Vortex 2, you can come in on my position if you stay extremely low.
Vortex 2, good copy. Vortex 1 will be there. CA 1.5 mics.
Have you heard any status of the
You mobile?
ballpark or touchdown?
Alright.
Receive ballpark.
I'm gonna put him on the edge of town.
Last 2 guys in the field are unresponsive. Believe they're either unconscious or immobile.
Have you heard any
So I can't get palms with pockets or Chris from the sound of things.
receive ballpark? Copy.
I didn't have to use any of my contingencies, though. These were only meant if the AO drags for way too long or they're absolutely shrekking the AO. I was going to put one up for, like, the Apache to engage. So that car came back, no problem.
Bravo, putting a hot IR around.
Oh, pff.
Go for our boss.
That just sniped
Alright,
pockets.
how are you shooting town pockets?
Instantaneous. 5 or 12.
Oh, come on.
Do you read this?
I want him to turn around because he just saw those guys vault the damn wall. He should be quickly trying to come up and get him.
Yeah, no, we need to go.
They're going to go. Well, I don't think the chopper should be bringing reinserts then.
Have you heard any status of the,
And that got them both.
Vortex 2 is retail.
It's like Chris woke back up.
Vortex 2, rudder, we're going.
I'm going to have these guys go all the way down.
Reaper 2-2, currently 63 Bravo at 190.
Everyone move, they know where we are now. Neutralize any enemy you see and then quickly fall back.
So squad leaders are picking the road. Main force coming in.
Vortex 2 will reconcile.
Another few minutes. It's like Chris is going to try to pick up pockets again. Here. I want to see if I can put this guy on the roof. Gonna try to do the little cheat of you let it reload, then you quickly go to cover so you don't have to stay on it, and it reloads for you, and then you fire. Now, I don't think a Blackhawk's gonna be able to fit everybody. So some are gonna have to be left behind to then get into a different plane and come back. Now I'm gonna have these guys follow those tracers. I don't think my AGS ever got hit.
Vortex 2 does not have enough seats to carry everyone, so after this next group gets in, we're going to RT.
I think both of those cars are glitched out, so I'm just going to quickly replace them. And with any replacing of your units, you got to always redo your global. And redo the top. Because we heard a lot of gunfire. We're going to start doing a counter-offensive of these guys. At that point there. We're going to see that smoke, so we're going to try to push through it as best we can. And I think we can hear that chopper from there, yep. So they're going to need to keep running. Let's mobilize all of our tanks.
Hey, son, they match the pointer. 404, Marshall 1703, Angel Data, expect approach time 32, approach by 15.
You know, 404, Marshall Moms 152.
Did you not just notice you got frickin' 40 mics? And that got torn the fuck up. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-ba, ba-ba-da, ba-da, ba. Two men down. They woke back up. Tank is trying to get a shot on. Now we have that infantry also going to start crossing town. Another 2 minutes. That tank looks like he's stuck in here. Doesn't know how to get out. So he's unconscious. I'm just going to knock him out. They need to start pushing way, way back. Sniper Wolf hopefully will take on point. But this would be a time you want to start digging trenches. It's like they just hit her. Alright, these guys' morale is probably going to be hyped, so we're going to call in more local assets from the town. Because they're trying to get away, so we're going to be using fast-moving assets to try to take down who we can.
Marshall 17023, Angels 8, expect approach time 32, approach button 15.
There's that down little bird.
17023, Angels 8, button 15, push time 22.
Wise tank is now coming into flank. Looks like Auntie and Ba are still alive. We have the other tank coming in. It's the full part of that armor compound. And she's cooking off.
Vortex recon, copy.
Hey, go ahead.
This LZ is definitely compromised.
Alright, we're going to be coming back with 1x fixed wing and 1x Blackhawk to get the rest of the guys.
They're going to bring a fixed wing. Alright. That's going to be needed because there's a lot of shit coming down. Chris, literally fighting for his life with that machine gun. He's still in a bad spot. He's got to get behind this rock. Come on, Chris. Be smart. No, don't roll on the rock. Get behind the rock. There you go. They're firing 40 mics at my damn tank again. Here come the technical sweepers. Leading the infantry push. This is perfect for me. How quick is that fast mover going to be able to get over here? So they dropped him off. The fast mover is still about, I'd say, 5 to 7 minutes away. Stragglers are down. Sniper Wolf's doing the smart thing. Even though he's crippled, he's trying to fall back. I have no eyes on Billman, his partner.
404, Marshall 17023, Angels 8, expect approach time 32, approach button 15.
I have no idea where he went. Auntie is sticking with Torch. Looks like DACA and Private Obvious are going to use auto rifles, try to hold them. That's a lot of tallies coming in. Going to give a reload. Billman's back at base. Oh, he was part of the first team that left. Alright, cool. Yeah, I did see his marker. So John 5's taken off. He is coming in with a NATO wipeout. I want them to start charging these guys' position. He doesn't even notice he's being headshotted by this guy. But this is what a last stand is. Literally being surrounded, popping grenades. They're doing their best.
LZ are relining. They're moving south here to the lighthouse. You're gonna have to get up to one of the leaders on the ground.
Auntie's still up. She's in the thick of it, though. That was John 5. He's trying to call in airstrikes. Gets one of them. Fires another Hellfire at that down tank. He got both of them. All right, NATO's here. With that wipeout, he is able to cover these guys, and now it's just infantry.
They're going to be moving south, Vortex 2.
Roger. I'm just going to mark an LZ and hopefully they make it.
Roger. You have to attack in their thoughts, look around there, ship
So I have some general movement positions and then some positions that we know they're trying to set up. Private Obvious trying to save DACA.
Roger, that LZ is marked. LZ get here.
3-5, go for a boss.
So the 3 medics are going to start running. I think they packed Sniper Wolf so we can move. Eander and Teacher have fallen back as well. I'm going to quickly look on the map. LZ get here is by Eander and Teacher. So I'm going to have him give chase. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Private Obvious. He either just got friendly fired, or he's out of ammo. Or his frickin' bullets are possible. So that 50 cal just did a pass, and looks like Private Obvious is down. So I'm going to send more of these guys to come south. Chris still in the AO. Divine Judgment. So I hear that Blackhawk coming in with a GO-8. And it looks like John 5 just caused another direct hit on one of my vehicles. I don't have any AT in the vicinity. Shoot it with 50. I wish I had 50 left, but he's gotten all my Vics. They're going to see those tracers start trying to come in. Oh, shit. Sniper Wolf out. Ah, he's losing connection. Damn it. Gonna try to run up, see if I can get a grenade on him. I think I hear him taking off. Here, John 5 doing gun runs back there.
Vortex 2 is out AO. Say again, Vortex 2 is out AO. We're up here. So, copy.
Oh, but at what cost?
Data tactical squawk 0244 in sequence. Data tactical squawk 0244.
Literally bombing them.
This is Vortex 2 after head count. Looks like there's one guy still in the AO. Can't get
So,
rid
let's
of
give
him.
him a warm welcome, shall we?
So, yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
Like a what?
Roger,
So-
I presume he's been captured or killed. Roger, I'm seeing.
Auntie Private Chris Torch.
35, go for our boss. 35 about 37 in formation 2 ship.
Auntie
Instantaneous 5 request.
Chris Private and Torch. Ah, Torch just killed himself. Or that wasn't Torch.
Right 4 o'clock, 15 miles.
Yeah, we got me radio from me. Anybody else? Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Spec 4, Spec 1
Check my location, check my location.
The fuck? Oh.
Oh, there were people left behind. So sad.
Oh.
So sad. Anyway, you can scream on the radio all you want. It's not gonna help.
I wasn't left behind, I was killing people!
Ah, left behind.
I wasn't left
Open
behind.
inventory.
I was doing cool, I was killing people.
Oh. Oh.
I didn't die, I was just unconscious a bit. I kept coming back round. I must have come round 7 times after being shot. Got tourniquets all over my body and morphine in me, I was hyped.
Bombs in 2, bombs in 2. Like a what?
I tell you what, get
Habib,
beginning of the mission, forget it.
bring the machine gun.
Copy that.
Unfortunately, guys, we aren't really... We're not really in the mood to take prisoners.
Oh, no, no. A family.
I was half dead anyway.
Yeah,
They are
well,
family. They will pay good price for you.
they'll pay good price.
You coward! Take it like a man!
Oh, I can't. I got the children. Oh, no.
And what better weapon to use than one of your own monstrosity creations that you've used?
I mean, we could not do that.
So funny.
Any last words?
Oh, come on. That's not funny.
God is gonna get his comeuppance.
I can sell you a Coke for $5.
Coke for $5?
Make it 32 cents.
32 cents? Habib can sell it for 30. I'm a sociopath. Let's give him a warm welcome. Or a psycho, whatever the proper term is. They landed back at base. All right, guys, we're gonna get into debrief now. I hope you enjoyed that. All forces be advised, server will end in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Fucking John showboating.
Oh, that was fucking fun.
That hurt.
That was amazing.
All right, so I'm assuming you guys enjoyed that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On my end, I should
The last fan was fun.
I mean, before anything else, I just want to say that was a good Halo mission and
Let's give him a warm
great
welcome,
retreat
shall we?
mission.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed having to fall back.
All right, so
Liru, were we supposed to win?
yes.
Hold on.
When you let me go through the timeline here, and let me just say where you had to fall back. You were within about 75 meters of where Chad's location was. He was in the center of the town, but there was like only 8 infantry left between you and him. It's just that BMP schwacked you guys. But to give a timeline, you guys breached in. I think it was Private Obvious who decided to pull his chute not only way early, but land in a tree and almost kill himself. So, good job. People eventually found him because he somehow woke up. I didn't even heal him. He literally woke up like 5 minutes later and jumped out of the tree, and you guys went back and got him. You first tried to find him, didn't, then he called in on radio. You then set up. That was really beautiful, by the way, watching you guys go into that AO, even with the enemies having NVGs, timing the patrols. Whether it was through timing or pure luck, I don't know, but it was still awesome nonetheless. You breached in, and then all hell broke loose when that first Tigris fired on you and downed 4 of your men. You were able to get 2 of them back up. But one thing I want to say, this is directed at Giant, make sure if you've got guys down that you guys communicate that, because any nearby medics, especially if it's a mass cas where you got like, 4 or more people down, usually around 3 I'd say would be when you need to call it in, but make sure the other medic knows so he can go and help, because otherwise Giant was like pushing up by himself or with another guy kind of being on the front line. And just a reminder, if you want to play a role like that, you should probably not be medic, but otherwise, you guys got a few guys up. Then I finally had to make the other Tigris move because you guys kind of fortified in, and that other Tigris was waiting there. So I finally gave it a bit of fuel. She popped out in the compound and then started schwacking a few guys. Then one of you got the bright idea, since you shot at the first Tigris and decrewed it, you got in it and started training it off. You made the other Tigris bail out. That was cool. And then that Tigris ended up, because both of you were firing at each other, it caused your Tigris to cook off because it was weaker since you put missiles in it. That caused not only the Tigris to cook off and kill 2 people, but it caused the ammo truck next to it to cook off and kill 3 more people. So just a side note, guys, any buildings right next to or any vehicles right next to something that's going to blow up because everything's made out of nitroglycerin is also going to blow up. So I saw some people remember that when that second Tigris was cooking off, they quickly ran out of a building that was next to it and got away. That was good to see. But just some reminders there. From there, you guys spent a very large amount of time going into that AO. The way I had this all written down, the way I've been starting to do a lot more of my missions is I have very specific timers written down in minutes of when I start bringing stuff in. Just a range of about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how well or how easy you're having of time in the AO to make it harder if need be.
I'm sorry, did someone
What
just
the
come in here and
fuck?
scream Pickle Rick?
Frisk. What was that?
That was the Bosnian.
Alright, let's give him a 24-hour... Actually, no, make it like a frickin' week-long ban, please. Anyway. Out of that... I lost my train of thought for a second. But anyway, after that I started using mortars to start to make you guys push through. Finally you started pushing in, but by that time it'd been a lot of time had passed and more reinforcements were coming into the town. Mainly from that larger town where I had a lot of infantry being fielded in from. From there, you were able to push up again, and I guess the BMP2 just decided to be amazing and literally schwack a lot of you. Eventually, it started aggroing against Vortex 2, which I think was Jay Wilson. Wilson, if you're going to be on standby, you should not be within, like, 300 meters of the AO flying incredibly low. You not only aggroed the BMP, but you made it come out. The BMP killed you, and by the time it was out in the AO tracking you, it also shot at John 5 at a cleared LZ. But you single-handedly made it not clear, so...
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't actually standing by. We were trying to find an LZ, and that's why I was landing.
So...
Yeah.
Break.
The BMP...
Okay, Dead Goal, what?
Did the BMP fuck off to go engage our CAS? Is that why it left?
Yeah, because it left because it started firing at Wilson, so I had it go chase Wilson, and eventually killed Wilson, and also shot down John 5.
Well, technically it saved us, because that thing was just brutal.
So, anyway,
you
continuing.
You should be having to find LZs on your own when you had a FAC on the ground. I was literally on radio the whole time.
Anyway. From there, you guys, some of you died, some of you were able to eventually wake back up through, you know, delayed response of just waking back up. I don't know if that's an ace feature or what, but it happens. You got up who you could. Good job prioritizing both the other medics and the ground command. And then from there, the order was made to fall back. Again, you were within 70 meters of Chad, but that's perfectly fine. That was a good fallback order. You went back. I had basically left a bunch of time there because I was getting to my final pushback where I basically grab all my remaining armor, grab a shit ton of infantry, and start sending it in. And by the time you got organized with Delta, who had reinserted, you started pushing back, but those final push guys were basically in the town starting to push up against you. So we had a really cool everyone falling back scenario. Some people got left behind, whether on purpose to defend from everyone else, or accidental because they were trying to get out of the AO because some were crippled. But I think a lot of you enjoyed that, that stayed behind for that last little scenario. It's also really nice because as basically all the armor was pushing up, John 5 finally came back with a frickin' A10 and schwacked everything. And that was also pretty fun. But yeah, you fell back. I had a few people captured. I executed them because I didn't feel like taking prisoners because all I was after was Chad. And this will affect the next mission. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Next mission's next week. I'm now going to go AFK for 2 hours and really pump out this Essaker mission because I want to make sure it's absolutely perfect.
Oh, one last question. What was the damage multiplier? How much damage could we take?
You were at an 8 times multiplier. That is down from 10. Tier 2 has been dropped to 5. But until I see ops like these improve, I will keep the damage multiplier at 8.
Because technically I lost both my right arm and leg due to a Tigris and a 30 millimeter.
Honestly, if I had the damage multiplier lower, that Tigris would have killed at least 2/3 of your initial force. So I think it's a good number to have.
Liru, was it a good idea for me to jump in Tigris and fight the other Tigris, or was that a bad call?
That was a good call. It's just that was actually a really good innovative call. I do condemn that, but commend, excuse me. But yeah, it's just that when your Tigris cooked off, you should have immediately gone to yelling and told everyone to fuck off because the building next to it exploded. That killed 2 people. And then the Tigris itself exploded. That killed a person. And then the gas ammo, which I saw people run behind. I'm like, oh, you poor idiots. And that killed 3 people. So, you know.
Okay.
All right.
I had
What's that yelling at me now?
Foxhole thingies.
Commend, condemn, good God.
One more thing on that giant. When there's something cooking off like right next to a dead body, definitely prioritize your own life before someone else because we can't really replace you.
Yep.
Don't become another casualty. Also, one more thing I want to say in regards to Jay Wilson. He was doing what he was told before we had a LZ secured. I told him to go scout and see if he could find a place that we could set down. So that's the reason why he was doing low altitude. I hadn't reassigned him after that. So.
All right. Next time, just have Fact do it because he is the reason you got killed.
They had low visibility. That's why we did that.
All right. Otherwise, one more thing I want to say: if you're, let me make a difference here and just make a comparison. If you paradrop into an AO and you're not taking contacts, don't dig a trench. You don't need to dig a trench. It's stopping every different position and digging a trench. eventually builds up and it's going to start causing some issues with the server in terms of frames, and I have to manually go in and delete all of those trenches, and I lose track of them. When you are expecting contact, or when contact is broken, then you can dig trenches. Okay?
Okay.
Cool. All right. That's all I got. Anyway, guys, I'm going to quickly AFK myself, work on this Essaker thing back-to-back. We'll begin it at 5 in the channel downstairs. But, guys, I hope you enjoyed that op, and tomorrow is Tier 2 stuff.
Woo! Thanks, Liru.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to put myself up to AFK. Yeah, talk power, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. That was a pretty fun op. We're going to, in 2 hours, do an Essaker survival. I'm just doing some initial testing to make sure that it all works flawlessly and we don't have any of that desync like we did in the first Chernobyl. But I think I have fixed it and made it immersive to AT. So anyway, guys, go operate operationally, and hopefully I'll see you in 2 hours. Take care.